All right, well, that was a little stressful. Yeah, I have 2 YouTube accounts and I couldn't go live, and I was like, you don't understand. I never miss Mobility Monday. So the tech genius that I am, I figured it out. So December 18th, 2023, heading into the new year, I can't imagine a better year. We just need to keep on track. Okay, so everybody stay on track. You can see I've got my massage gun today. I gotta just do one more thing. Hold on. It's always better with 2 lights. Okay, massage gun. How to use it, why to use it, when to use it. I think most of you that are following me personally, just because I'm, just like you, I'm one of you, just trying to do the best I can to get as fit as I can. I've been ramping up my riding and running and haven't quite gotten the pool yet, but that's coming. But yeah, I got a little tweak, a little niggle in the knee that just stopped me from running yesterday. And I'm overly cautious because I think I should be, and I'm not a pro, so I don't need to take risks with my body. But it reminded me when to use this, as opposed to when to use a foam roller, as to when to use the stick. So most of you that follow me all the time, we're going to start at the lower leg. We're going to do a little bit of this rolling around. And the biggest reason to do that is to warm up the tissue, add heat to the tissue. Well, what is the heat? The heat is fluid. It's the release of fluid in the matrix around and within the fascia. So then everything moves better, right? So if that's the goal, and the mechanism of this foam roller isn't enough, and I want to upregulate that system of warming up a muscle or adding fluid to a muscle so that it performs better, or at least it can perform, we can use this. So my little niggle is in the inside of my knee, so I'm not going to go after the inside of the knee. I'm going to go down below it and work the medial side of the calf right through the belly of the muscle. So if you have one of these tools, which most of you probably do, how do you use it and when do you use it? Well, at the end of the run/walk, I came home and I started realizing what happened was like a malfunction. What happened was there was probably more fatigue than usual because of the riding. And so then the muscles started to stall helping each other, and that's that compensatory patterns or compensation patterns. So we're recognizing this muscle right here, all the way through the hip, all the way down to the inside. We can go lateral or we can go medial. But we need to just get that line, that fascial line, nice and relaxed. And we need to hydrate that line. So that's enough about that. We're going to get moving, but I want you to use, if you're training, and most people around the world do function on a similar schedule, and that most of us have races in the spring of 24, we want to make sure that you're going into that training, as you elevate your training, make sure that you stay healthy. You're always welcome to reach out to me at Erin@ECFITStrength.com, and I'll help you with a thought process, maybe a referral. Recognizing that I'm a strength coach, I'm a fitness professional, I have a lot of experience and a good eye, but I am not a medical professional, and there's a time and a place for a physical therapy relationship or a chiropractor relationship, depending on where you live. So we're going to work through the back side of the arm. So yeah, a lot of people connect with me, and I just say we need to find the right professional to actually get their hands and eyes on you in your community. And there's so many good people out there because there's so many of us that love doing endurance sports, right? So a good referral from your local running shop or your local bike shop is always a good place to start. So if you've got a niggle, don't ignore it. I can help a little bit from over here, but the bottom line is you might need to start building a team around you of support. And it's always nice. You go in with a nice, easy problem to solve. Then when or if there's a bigger problem to solve, that professional already knows you. And so that's a really good, thing to just think about. Okay, we worked through the upper back with the foam roller, and I'll keep you updated on my situation too. All right, let's go half kneeling, double arm relax, and we're just gonna go side bend right. So we've got the left leg up, come back, and then we'll go side bend left. And you can really feel the difference how when the right knee is down, how you're getting through that whole side. And this is the difference of decoupled hips, right? So if the left knee is up, the left hip is up. If the right knee is down, the left knee is down. Not that much, but okay. We're just gonna side bend right. Because this left hip is up, I can really get some length there. And then side bend left, and we really feel how all through the belly there's that tension, and that tension is good. You don't want a floppy body. You need to have tension in the body. All right, we put the right knee up, it means the right hip is up, and we're just gonna tip to the left. And again, less tension here, and then we're gonna tip to the right. Oh, left side. Good, one more each side. Come back, and that shows a lot of good control too, to be able to do this just on one knee. Okay, let's go back, left knee up, and this time I'm just gonna turn sideways. You can do this against a wall if you want. Turn this way, I have to turn it the wrong way. Okay, we've got left knee up, make sure you got your left knee up. Double arm relax. We're gonna turn to the left. Okay, so if your leg is up, we're turning towards the leg. And stay nice and tall. There's no side bend, we're just turning. Okay? Turn, 2, 3, turn, 4, turn, and 5. Good. Okay, I'm coming right at you for this next one because what you want to be careful of, we're going to turn to the right now. And what you want to be careful of is this. Watch closely. Bad. Keep that in. Okay, really stable and strong on the bottom. Turn. 1. And I've had some really fun responses this week with families that do the mobility together. So the kids are doing it, which I love. And so who throws things more than anyone? Children. So you guys, if you're a throwing athlete, even if you're a basketball player, a baseball player, these kinds of movements will really, really help because we're going to build this thoracic spine mobility so that when you're throwing things, you really have freedom and strength up top. Okay, left leg back up, double arm relax. We turn to the left, and now we're going to tip right elbow to left knee, come all the way back up, turn all the way away. So now that knee is staying straight, turn all the way to the side. You definitely get some tension through the SI joint. Okay? Double arm relax, turn into the lead leg, touch the elbow to the knee, come back and turn away. Here we go. 3, turn away. 4, 5, and turn away. Good. Same thing other side. So it's just a very simple pattern that we build into. Okay? Right knee up. We're going to turn to the right, drop down, and then come all the way up, and then turn all the way to the left. Close in on it, turn to the left. 3. Oh, that right side is just popping and cracking. 4. And 5. And turn. Good. All right, onto your back. We're going to go right foot on left knee. Okay? Right foot on left knee. First movement, we're going to activate the hip flexor on the left. So hands to the side. We're just going to lift. Working that left hip flexor. And we're getting a little bit of a stretch and a release on the right side. Good. Switch to the other side. So we're going to go left foot on right knee, left ankle. Right hip flexor. 1. We want to work this pattern. This hip flexor strengthens. 3. That's muscle activation. Getting it going. 4. And 5. Good. Let's take it back to right ankle on left knee. And now we're just going to tip to the right. And we want to find length on that left side. And come back. We're just letting the lower body fall to the right. And the right ankle can function to pull the hip. And just a little bit of traction, pulling apart that left hip. 2. Open it. So with your right ankle, if you push down just a little bit, you'll feel more tension on your left hip. 4. Good. And 1 more. Just pulling those hips apart. You hear me say it all the time, create space between your ribs and your hips. That's what we want. We want that lift through the body. Okay? Left ankle on the right knee. Take it apart. Left ankle, pulling that right hip apart just a little bit. And come back. 2. 3. 4. 1 more. And 5. Okay, right ankle on left knee again. We're just going to lift again, activate that left hip flexor. We'll go 5 times here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, the right ankle has been on the left knee. Let's take it tighter. So now the right knee is wrapped around the left thigh. And we're just going to tilt to the right. So it's going to add intensity to that tug, that traction on the left side. 1. 2, open the belly. 3, 4, 1 more. And 5. Okay. Right leg is down, left leg is up. We're just going to do those 5 little lifts. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to wrap the left side around the right leg, the big bone in the upper leg. That's called your femur. And we're just going to tilt to the left, and we're pulling that right side hip apart. Take a nice big breath and see if you can create even more space between the ribs and the hips. Lengthen the belly. 2, 3, 4. Feels so good. And 5. All right, awesome. Okay, if you have this wonderful tool, it's called a Viper. If you have a Viper, grab it. If you don't have a Viper, you can do it with your foam roller, or you can do it, this next movement, with a light dumbbell. So you have 3 different options. And if you have none of that, then just grab a plate out of the kitchen and work as well. Okay? I'll use the Viper because it is one of my favorite tools to use. We're going back to the half kneeling position. If you're not comfortable in this position, you can always stand up. If you want to get a Viper, just know that you can use the code ECFIT10 at viper.com, save you a little bit of money. I do a lot of training with my athletes with Vipers. Okay, we're doing a head wrap. And the reason I want you to have a little bit of load is because it will upregulate a little bit more tissue so that as you work around the head like that, you're starting to really add more muscle activation, more function, more mobility through your thoracic spine. Okay, so let's go 5 times. If your right knee is down, we're going to the left. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then switch to the other side. Left knee is down. We're going to rotate to the right. If you happen to get it wrong, it's not a big deal. It's just a little bit. We're after this length. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. So that's what the Viper head wrap looks like. But like I said, you don't need to have a Viper. You can also use a dumbbell. So now we're going to go standing into a nice anchored stance. Anchored means we're squaring off the outsides of the feet to make sure we're not locked in on the knees. We're not out to the side. We are truly in the middle, which equates to a little bit of internal rotation. And we're just going to grab a dumbbell and we're going to go through that nice posture building head wrap. 3, 4, and 5. 5's kind of the number of the day. Other way. 1, 2. Don't underestimate the influence of a tight thoracic spine on lower body function either. So, it's so easy. This is how you can spot a physical therapist that maybe isn't thinking about the entire athlete, is that you go in with a knee injury, and it depends on the severity. Like, go into a wide stance, we're just going to go into nice forward fold. So if you go in and you've just got this, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 7 or an 8 on your knee, and they just deal with the knee, then I totally get it. But if you go in with a little niggle and they don't look at how you stand and how you move a little bit or ask you a bunch of questions, then I'm going to say that person is just not looking at you as a whole. And I don't think I have a bad knee. I think that the niggle's showing up in the knee because maybe of lack of some strength through my hips and core, adductors, could be lack of motion in my upper body, and the knee is the victim of the problem. So I'm definitely dealing with the knee to get it to calm down, but I'm dealing with the whole body to make sure it doesn't keep happening again, right? Good, just letting those hips toggle back. Couple more. And good. We're going to glide to the right and then to the left. To the right, reach left. To the left, reach right. Get a little bit of activation there as well. And shake that out. Okay, we're taking right leg behind left leg. So we're just crossing to the back, which adds length to this right hip. We're going to take single arm relax. So right foot is behind left, right hand is behind the head. And we're just going to side bend again and come back. There's a little hip shift to the right as we side bend left. And good. So if you don't feel that hip shift, just know that that's probably, actually that needs to happen, this little hip load, even before this happens. So if you need to just kind of feel what that feels like quickly, feel it. And then left hand behind the head, side bend right. And I find myself just kind of locking on here. 1. Give that a little push. 2. Give that a little push. 3. Definitely a balance challenge. 4. And if you start imposing balance challenges into mobility, do you think you're going to get more motion or less? Probably less. So if you want to get a better side bend, let's go into a wider stance. Give the brain that sense of stability. We'll go right side first. Oh, look at that. Look at that hip shift, right? So shift to the right, side bend left. Let's take that down the side. 3, 4, and 5. And let's just leave the feet right where they are. They are squared off. We've paralleled the feet. Left side, side bend right. Hip shift left. 2. Make sure you can't see your elbow. Make sure your elbow's way back. 4. And 5. All right, you guys, 1 week from now, if you celebrate Christmas, it's a big day. So I will pre-record for next Monday morning so that I can enjoy that morning with my family. But you very much have become like my family, and I'm very, very thankful that you show up every Monday. So if you have any friends that you can refer to join the channel, that'd be amazing. I will see you soon. Peace.